We're on day 2 of the U.S. and Israel launching strikes against Iran. Sirens have been wailing over Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, as Iran retaliates with missile and drone attacks on their own across the Middle East.
Yeah, now as the world reacts to Operation Epic Fury, military action against the Iranian regime is far from over. Newsmax Middle East correspondent Emily Schrader has been live for us all morning in Tel Aviv, where she is at the site where an Iranian missile hit just yesterday. Emily, what can you tell us?
Hi, great to be with you. Well, I am here at one of the sites that was hit last night by an Iranian ballistic missile. Since then, since this war started, we've really seen almost nonstop rocket fire in different areas across Israel, usually endangering most of the country. Yesterday, we saw one direct hit in the morning in northern Israel, and later in the day, we saw several direct hits as well as debris from the interceptors, which shot down some of those ballistic missiles, damaging property and injuring several people on the ground in Israel. However, just a few hours ago, we saw one of the worst attacks that we've seen in this round of fighting as of yet. We saw a ballistic missile hit Beit Shemesh, an area near Jerusalem, hit a shelter where dozens of people were seeking safety. At least 9 people have been confirmed killed in that attack thus far, and an additional 36 have been reported injured. We're still receiving updates from that attack, but certainly a devastating day for Israelis here on the ground as this conflict continues to escalate. Now, inside of Iran, we know that the IDF as well as the U.S. military are continuing to strike regime targets. Today, they focused particularly on missile launchers, trying to prevent those ballistic missiles from even being sent off into Israeli airspace. And we also have seen them focus on some of the IRGC forces, which have actively repressed the Iranian people, as the massacre that we saw just a month ago of more than 36,000 Iranians was carried out by some of those specific riot control forces, Sarala forces being one of them, a base that was targeted inside Iran earlier today. Now, we've also seen continued escalation against other countries here in the region. We've seen Oman, Kuwait, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan. All of those countries have suffered. And most alarmingly today, we saw that 2 ballistic missiles were fired at Cyprus, targeting a UK base in the area where there are reportedly hundreds of soldiers. Now, we don't know that anyone was injured in those attacks, but nonetheless, it's a very dangerous escalation and proof, furthermore, that President Trump was right when he said that this regime poses a grave threat, not only to the state of Israel and to the region, but to Europe and the United States as well. For now, back to you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.